I feeling so bad for my community. When I see a lot of people to my community scared to not go back to the house. When the children waiting for this guy, when the children waiting for father and mother, I can have this inside to my heart, brother. We good people, we good people. We working hard every single day. We don't want nothing free in this country. We coming here to one dream, to have a different life. That's only we need, different life. That's only we need, different life. This is so hard, brother.
You told me that you voted for President Trump in 2024. Do you regret that decision? ¿Te arrepientes esa decisión?
Yes, 100%.
Why do you regret that decision?
That's because it's nothing that's true. It's not true. He say he go to catch the delincuentes. Criminals, yeah. And right now, he don't follow to criminals. He go to specific to Latino people. The DHS come specific to me and catch to me, not other people, because don't care to other people, specific Latino people.
I got a question to my Latinos for Trump. How y'all feel today? Do y'all see what's going on in California right now? Do y'all see how voting for Donald Trump didn't give y'all a single brownie point with white uneducated voters? How it did y'all no good. Wearing a MAGA hat, thinking that that was going to put y'all above it all. Now, abuela, tío, and tia, and mijo, and mija, everybody getting sent up out of here. Without an ounce of due process, right along with you. How y'all feel today? Honestly. Y'all did all that. Latinos for Trump. We love Trump. Now you're up out of here. Y'all were the deciding factor in all of this. White, uneducated voters were going to vote for Trump no matter what. That was a lost cause. But you people, on the other hand, whole different ball game. This was an open book test, and y'all failed.
Hello, my good people, and welcome back to my channel. So Latinos for Trump are now begging Black Americans for help, and they say they deeply regret voting for DJT. And Black Americans have told them, we tried to warn you, but you never listened to us. They believe that their proximity to whiteness would shield them, But now ICE is in their neighborhoods, their businesses, and their daily lives. The fear has taken over the communities, and despite the warnings, despite the promises of mass deportations, 64% of Latinos, they supported DJT, and now they are reaping the consequences, because ICE is terrorizing their communities. So let's get to see the reactions, then you come back with more commentary, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing so you never miss any update from my videos. Let's dive into it.
Hey everyone, how you guys doing? So this message is for Latinos, right? I know that you voted for him. I know. And I know you're regretting your vote. I get it. Where you messed up was you thought you was better than everybody. You thought you was better than everybody. The Puerto Ricans that voted, you thought that you was, Americanized or whatever, that you was better than everybody. The Cubans that voted for him, the Venezuelans that voted for him, you thought you was better than everybody. And you just found out that you're the same. You're the same. I don't care if you come from Mexico. I don't care that you come from Colombia, Cuba, Venezuela, Panama, El Salvador. I don't care. We're all Latinos. And we were supposed to take care of each other, and we were supposed to lift each other up. You see how the black people did it? That they all voted? 97% of black people voted for Kamala Harris because they understood the mission. And over 40% of Hispanics voted for this man. And now you're crying. So it's time to put up your big girl's pants and your big boy pants, and you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta fight for yourself, and you gotta fight and fix this destruction that you created, because Trump didn't put himself in the house himself. You chose that. And as Latinos, we were supposed to be empowered. This country is founded on immigrants, okay? It doesn't matter who brought us here, but this country was built and founded on immigrants, okay? And for you to think that you're white because your skin is white, and you forget that you're a Latino and a Latina, that's a shame. So now it's time for you to be grown, pick up your big girls and big boys pants and fight. You should be in the front line. You should be in the front line fighting this battle. Okay?
I've been seeing a lot of conversation around why Black people are not helping the Latin American community with all of the triumph that they've encountered due to this administration. And to be honest with you, Black people have an agenda this administration. We focusing on ourselves, we focusing on our families, we focusing on our community, and we focusing on our relationship with God.
I am sincerely sorry, Black women. I am so sorry that you guys went out there, did the work, voted, put your best foot forward for us to have what we deserve, and Latinos and Latinas dropped the ball. I am sincerely embarrassed that their plight for whiteness has overshadowed their own needs. I am so sorry that they feel like to be next to white people is to be white people. They have long confused proximity for equality. I'm so sorry that I, as a Democratic voting Latina, am a representative of that group. And if you don't like it, you can kiss my fat Puerto Rican ass.
You will never be white. As much as you, a fellow Latino, wants to be in proximity to whiteness, you will never be white. You will never be chosen in that way. As much as you think that you are better than undocumented Latinos because your family came here the right way, or because you're second generation or third generation, or because you either forgot or unaware of the foundation of this country and the fact that immigrants from Europe came here, stole the land from indigenous people, and then literally stole people, and forced them to be slaves, forced them to do labor. So when you think that you want to be in proximity to whiteness because you consider yourself better, think about that. Think about that there is internalized racism in our own community, how there is anti-blackness in our own community, how there is colorism in our own community. Think about those things, because no human being is better than the other because they think that because they have papers that they are better than another human being. A human being is a human being. There is no alien. There is no illegal when it comes to the world, okay? So let me remind you that you will never be white. Oh my gosh, who said that? Who said it? Who said that?
Latinos for Trump, I see you. You walked away from your own roots. You put the spotlight on the undocumented, thinking that was going to help you blend in and go unnoticed. Let me tell you something. The words you speak don't match your Spanish accent nor your appearance. You and I are no better than those undocumented immigrants that you so obsess over. If your point was to get noticed and be distinguished over other Latinos, you done did it. We see you.
Let me just say that for all the Latinos for Trump that tienen el nopalote en la frente, that thought that they weren't going to be affected by the chaos that he's causing, good luck, because now, thanks to racial profiling, I hope they detain y'all para que vean lo que se siente. That's what y'all get for you turning your back on our community.
So now I'm seeing all these videos of Mexican Americans crying about how they regret voting for Trump. And honestly, I can't feel bad for you. Because when we told you this would happen, you didn't listen. When it was just theoretical, it was easy to ignore. But now that your undocumented family is at risk, now that your kids are being targeted, or the kids in your circles, now that they're coming for you, now it's a problem. Listen, I get it. I have family who voted for him too. And I won't lie, it makes it very hard to process. It sometimes even makes it hard to talk to them, because how am I supposed to be okay with that? I have undocumented family. I have a trans sibling. Trump's policies directly hurt people I love. So when I see our own people supporting him, it feels like a slap in the face. And I keep asking myself, why? How did this happen? This man called Mexicans rapists. He bragged about deporting families. He made racial profiling and hate cool again. And still, some of you voted for him. And now, reality is hitting. Oklahoma just passed a law requiring parents to prove citizenship to enroll their kids in school. Texas is next. Who do you think they're coming for? Not white, undocumented Europeans. Latinos. And now some of you are shocked? What did you think was going to happen? That they'd make an exception for you? That you're somehow a good immigrant? That Trump actually cared about Latinos? Be serious. I know some of you are going to defend your stance with like, well, my family voted for him because they don't like socialism. They care about small businesses. They're conservative. They're religious. Okay. But at what cost? At the cost of our people being deported? At the cost of our kids being denied education? At the cost of our community being unsafe? And so now you're feeling the consequences and you want us to feel sorry for you. No. I'm saving my sympathy for the people who didn't vote against their own families. It's exhausting. We tried to tell you, but if you voted for Trump and regret it, sit with that, reflect on it, because the rest of us, we saw this coming.
You will never be a part of the white community, okay? And let me hold your hand while I say this. You will never be a part of the white community. No matter how whitewashed you are, no matter if you don't speak your native language, no matter if you don't have an accent, no matter if you get your steak medium rare, you will never be part of the white community. I myself am Mexican, my husband is white, and the privilege that comes with that, for him, never for me, for him, everything that he doesn't understand. And I don't understand like Hispanics that are just so openly against their own people. I don't get that. I mean, like my son, I am raising him fully rooted in the fact that he knows he's Mexican and he will never be ashamed of that. A lot of people that support different thoughts that don't align with them and what they look like there's a lot of self-hatred in that. There's a lot of lack of self-acceptance. My sister-in-law is white, my husband is white, we are surrounded by white people all the time, and we will never be part of that community. It's insane to me when people shit on their own culture and their own people. And that's just the reality that we live in today.
You see, Black Americans tried to warn them, not once, not twice, but for years. But they didn't listen. Many Latinos believed that they were safe until ICE made it clear that nobody was exempt, And this is what happens when political promises become real-life consequences. Right now, many Latino neighborhoods, they're living in fear, afraid to step outside to even go to work, Businesses are empty, stores are quiet, families are terrified, And this is not the America many voted for. And now the same community that mocked Black Americans for not supporting DJT is now begging them for help. And many are now realizing right now, when it's too late, that they are being used for votes, And they also realize that their proximity to whiteness, it doesn't equal protection, because history has shown us again and again that America doesn't hand out protection based on proximity. You can stand next to whiteness, you can mimic it, you can even defend it, but the system still sees you as exactly as you are. And that's why so many minority groups in America find themselves in a cycle that Black Americans have watched for decades. But after realizing that the system doesn't accept them, they always run back to Black Americans for help, for support, and for solidarity. And the Black Americans, they know these systems, how they work. They have lived it. They have experienced it, So when they want minority groups of what would happen to them and they don't listen, they know exactly what will follow. Because they have lived through them, the longest time. They can spot bad policies even before they hit the rest of the country. And they want people every election, every cycle. But instead of listening, many minority groups tend to mock them and separate themselves, believing that they'll be treated better until the consequences show up at their own door. And that's why Black Americans are stepping back this time round, telling them, we tried to warn you, you didn't listen. Now we are minding our own businesses. So thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next video.